What is going on, everybody? It's Semi-Original Guy, aka Mr. Cannon from Advanced Wars by Web, once again bringing you another replay commentary battle. Although this time, it's one with a twist, because this is the final round 7 battle of the Fog Elimination Tournament of my bracket, which I participated in, as well as many other people on the site. Now, this tournament was set up a little bit different than your standard tournament because it was elimination. So you actually got to play all 7 of your rounds, and then whoever got the most accumulated points throughout that round actually ended up moving forward to the winner's bracket. So just to give you guys an idea of exactly how that went, I'm going to go ahead and show you how my bracket went right here. Now, as you can see, all things have led to this moment, because despite what happened in all those previous rounds, my final battle was actually against Tordread himself. Yes, Mr. Tank Man. So, very, very interesting matchup. I actually saved Olaf as my final pick for this match because I knew I was going to go up against Tordread. So I wanted to have like my most powerful CO for the final, right? Debatable whether Olaf is actually the strongest pick out of all the choices, but he was the one that I felt the safest with going up against somebody as strong as Tordread. Now, we featured Tordread on the channel before. Incredibly powerful player. One of the best, one of like top 5 Fog players in the entire Advanced Wars by Web community. So, yeah. I knew that I had my work cut out for me for this one. I'm sure we already know. Olaf, you know, wonderful CO. He gets a bonus of nothing day to day, but he is unaffected by snow and he does global damage with his super code power. So you can tell by the card right there. For any fans of that game. Kindle, on the other hand, her normal code power will do 3 damage globally to anything that's on a city. So it's incredibly difficult to actually get captures when you're facing a Kindle player, because they can just spam that power over and over and over. And it can be very, very effective for sure. Her super code power will drastically increase her firepower bonus while on cities, as well as give her extra firepower bonus, I think 3% per city. So depending on the map, you know, if it has a lot of properties, she could be very, very effective that way. But either way, at the end of the day, Kindle is a tier 3 pick, where Olaf is a tier 2 pick. So technically, I do have the advantage for CO pick, CO tier at least. But Tordread definitely has the skill advantage on me here. So, yes, we'll kind of dive into it. We'll see what happens, and we'll see if I actually manage to hold my own against somebody as strong as Tordread. Right? So, without further ado, the final battle of the Fog Elimination Tournament has begun. First 2 days, we have our standard infantry builds. Yes, I know, standard infantry builds. You can't get away from it. You gotta get them out there. It's always important. Anybody will tell you that that's the important thing to do. Alright, so what do we got so far? So day 3, you know, we're just back capping our properties right now. It looks like we're going for pretty much the same properties at the moment, so we'll see if there's any difference. No. Looks like we're both pretty aware that the back properties are really important to get right away. You want to capture those back properties so that you can get your infantry up here as quickly as you can without negating any funds. Now, I do actually use the black boat to transport 2 infantry over here, which I thought was probably a good idea because, you know, you can capture this property quick. You can capture the comm tower quick, so you don't have to worry about them. And I decided to go with early recon on this map. Now, I think my thought was I was kind of expecting the unexpected, to say the least. Expecting the unexpected. So you got to get the recons on there so you know what's coming at least. And I know this is my strong front versus Tordread's weak front down here, being at 1 base to 2. So I wanted to attempt to overwhelm him with my superior power, so to speak. Now, we'll see if that actually ends up happening or not. We do see the Tordread has decided to go tank as his first build. Who would have thunk it? Mr. Tankman going tank, which is perfectly good. Tank's incredibly powerful units, as you know. Can't really go wrong with the old tanky boy. Now, I do decide to build a tank of my own over here. Out of the mirrored property is him, too. So, my plan is I'm hopefully going to, like, send it down here or maybe into the middle. Most likely down here. I don't know. I can't remember what I do. It's been a while since this game actually finished. And I've actually been looking forward to covering it for quite some time. So, let's see what happens. Alright. Tordread moving up. He's got a tank all the way up here already. It is looking spooky. Now, I can see something terrible, though. It's like, oh no. If he does decide to move this guy here, he could attack my infantry. But fortunately, I managed to get up there really, really quick. Managed to capture the property. It's captured. It's mine. For now, at least. Thank the good lords. Thank now. Alright. So, Tordread mirroring the capture for sure. Now, is this recon in position? I think this recon is in position, actually. Smack that infantry if I do manage to get vision. However. Yeah, so the tank moves up, takes a big shot at my infantry. Tordread is very, very known for early aggression and forcing things to happen. So, it's kind of expected. You know, expect to lose units, that's for sure, especially if you do silly things. Now, you could argue that maybe going up and capping this property early might have been a mistake, but as you can see, Tordread did the exact same thing. So I don't really think it was a mistake necessarily, but I don't really have anything to back it up, and I think maybe he was expecting something like that to happen, right? So that's why the tank came out early and managed to get that shot. But as you can see here, I did not actually put my unit on the mountain, so I wasn't able to get that early shot. So that was kind of unfortunate. So I do move my injured infantry into the forest to hide him from imminent defeat. I do see Tordread moving up and capturing my property now, which is very unfortunate. But yeah, you know, I'm not going to let that bother me too much. You know, I got the property temporarily. You know, you could say that it's kind of a waste, and it probably is, but you know, what can you do? But we do see Tordread now building a, what are they called? An artillery unit. Wow. Not what you would expect. But considering he's not playing a character that has, like, really super powerful direct combat units necessarily, because Kindle does have just base units if she's not on a city, right? So an artillery is probably a fairly solid pick on this map, especially in this area. The map's name is Crater Lakes, by the way, for those of you that do not know. Also, so alright. So unfortunately, I move in to capture this property, but I don't know the tank is right there. I mean, you probably should have just guessed that if you did get attacked by a tank, it's probably going to be there. I do build a mech, and I know a lot of you guys and girls out there are going to be saying that, oh, why would you build a mech? It's, like, not very good. And it's like, well, you know what? I'm not very good either. So I think, basically, a mech just sums up my personality very well. So, so you know, it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. You got to get your mechs out there. You know, it's not too bad. All right. So, oh my god. You know, it's just, it's funny, because, like, the first time you actually watch your opponent make his moves and stuff, and then you get to see what you did, you're just kind of like, ew, why did I do that? Like, a lot of the time. Oh, boy. Alright, so I go in to capture this property here. Don't know he's got the artillery right here, so I mean, like, the recon I just sent in there, it's like, oh god, it's gonna get blasted. It's gonna get blasted and it's not gonna be good. Alright. Oh god, I'm sorry. It's just funny. Okay. Alright, no, compose myself. Alright. Alright. So I build another mech. Build another mech, guys. You gotta get the mechs out there. It's the most important thing. Oh, it's so stupid. Alright. But, alright. Okay, this is my thought, right? I know Tordread is like an aggressive player. He's gonna be rushing up there. So if I just put some mechs... If I put some mechs in some forests or somewhere, it's gonna be like, if he sends a tank, it's gonna get hit by a mech. Oh god, I don't know. Might work, probably not. We'll see. I do get my infantry blasted over here on the west-hand side, which is quite unfortunate. It doesn't actually look like he went in to interrupt the cap, though. It does take out the infantry. It's gonna take my city anyways, so I mean, that's unfortunate. We have a little fusion of a black boat and an infantry up here, which is pretty cool. Not much you can do about that. Now, the infantry does move up. It actually got trapped by the looks of it. So, I mean, that was fortunate. And the nice thing is, like, at least on this side, I got lots of tanks, right? So he can't really do anything against me here. But, I mean, he does have, like, 5 tanks and a battlecopter and an artillery. And they're all going to be coming pretty soon. And, like, Tordread, he's, like, a 1,500, like, peak 1,600 player. So, every single one of those tanks have a purpose, too. Right? So, yeah. We are going to see some purpose. Now, I move up and attack with my infantry, and I'm like, oh no. No, I think I do that just because I don't want this infantry to, like, get completely destroyed. So I move the infantry up and take the shot. Not a great plan, but it's the best plan that I got. Now, I preemptively build my my anti-air. You got to get the anti-airs out there, though, folks. I mean, if it's day 10, you got to make sure that you build them. I mean, basically, think of it this way, right? So if you can build a battlecopter, even if you don't build a battlecopter, but if you can build a battlecopter, you should probably assume that your opponent has built a battlecopter, right? Just assume. Just assume they got one. Get the anti-air on the field. It is gonna be necessary at some point. All right, so we can see like the KD isn't really too much different, but no, it's actually quite different. That's okay. All right, don't worry. I'm Olaf, folks. Olaf. It's got Winter Fury. Things are gonna get furious up in here. All right, I'm just really curious to see what Tordread actually managed. Actually, what is he gonna do with all these tanks? Like, I don't know. He's gonna split them. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, that's all right. So this is actually kind of a cool thing. All right, so we know that this area right here is Tordread's strong front, right? So instead of just stockpiling all of his units over here, he's actually sending a lot of his units over to this area where my strong front is. So I think what his plan is he's going to try to catch me off guard, because he probably assumes that I'm just going to go yeet my units up there. I'm just going to like go full send city up there. No ticket. Just hopped right on the train and just heading out. So I think that's what he's expecting me to do. So that's why he's sending all his units over here. Also to reinforce the HQ, right? Because you want to reinforce your HQ. It's super important. Okay, so I do shift a couple units around, move the artillery into a somewhere out of a decent position, I guess. Well, it can't be hit, I guess. Can it? No, it can't be hit. Okay, yeah, you know, it's okay. Okay, but the one thing, okay, so... Yeah, no, actually I'm safe. Because in Fog of War, I don't think you can actually see the unit leaving the forest if you watch on the replay. So I don't think he actually knew that I moved the tank right there. So that's, like, sneaky. Solid snake over there. Move another one in there, right? Because, like, yeah, I'm just being sneaky. This is being super sneaky. Alright, no, he's got no idea. Right? Like, I got 2 battlecopters, okay? 2 battlecopters. It's like... There's, like, nothing else that I need. It's like 2 battlecopters gonna win me the entire game. But he does have an anti-air now, which is, like, not very good. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. All right, so he's moving in. Yeah, once upon a time, I said that an artillery was safe. And it would... Apparently, just don't fact check me on that information. Don't fact check me at all. It's not safe. It's not safe. Oh my god. Alright, this is a nice defense too over here, right? So he sent the majority of his units over to attack my strong front. But then, like, you know, he's not neglecting this side. But he is, like, way ahead in the KD right now too, which is, like, crazy. Because, like, okay, I was watching the KD, like, pretty close this entire game. And I was like, well, like, it says he's ahead. But, has he been building battlecopters? I don't know. Alright, so, I'm just like, okay. So he attacks me. And I'm like, okay, so, like, there's a lot of units here, right? Alright, that's fine. Whatever. So, my thought is like, okay, well, if he's got a bunch of units, then I gotta kill him. It's the only thing to do. Alright, so I did spot the artillery here. And I was kind of worried. I was a little shook. Alright, I'm not gonna lie. I saw it. And I was like, it's not very good. Alright, especially because it's a Kindle artillery. So it's 140% firepower sitting right here. Yeah, 150% firepower right here because it's got a comm tower too. So that's not good. That's gonna, like, definitely KO this. Almost KO this. Like, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. So my thought is like, okay, well, I mean, it can already shoot. So I might as well just send more units in there. And just be like, yeah, whatever, you know, it's gonna be fine. In hindsight, though... Alright, what was it? Yeah, in hindsight. This one. No, he can't reach. Oh, no, that's too bad. Wait, was that the one I was thinking of? Yeah, okay. Yeah, no. I was thinking that maybe I could move this guy down here and attack this one. If I could, that would have been great. But I couldn't do it, so I was just like, okay, I'll send him somewhere. You know? Somewhere. It'll be fine. Alright, and I am behind by 1,000 funds right now. Like, one building. Okay, that's not too bad. Like, I can make that work. As you can see, my mechs are in position to do a whole lot of stuff right now. They're not going to do much. Oh my god, it's a one-shot. Jesus, Lord have mercy. Yeah, okay, so... That was not great. That was not great. Ah, man, oh, shoot. Okay, well, that's fine. It's not too big of a deal. Now, he is moving in. Great formation right here. You know, I got no complaints with that. That's looking very strong. Great formation over here, too. Very difficult to attack into that. Now, there's a lot of battlecopters on the field. It's a lot. Okay, yeah, we got like 4 battlecopters on the field. That's not looking great for me. But as you can see, I'm taking a lot of damage. So, yes, you take a lot of damage. So it's all part of the plan, you see, because I want to take a lot of damage so that I can get Winter Fury sooner. Got to get the Winter Fury, folks. That's the most important thing. All right. Anyways, I'll try to stop laughing so much, but like, I don't know. You know when you're, like, super, like, nervous or something, and then, like, you just laugh out of, just for the sake of it? Out of nerves. I think that's what it is. Because it's like, I know Tordread is, like, an insanely strong player. And, like, just going up against him, I was just, like, sweating in my boots, like, the entire time. So, my main idea is, like, I want to win. So... I mean, if I can get a win against Tordread, I'm gonna be like, yeah, this is a good day. Now we see that I did get a bunch of hits, massive damage. Now, regrettably, I don't know that he's got 2 anti-airs. Right? Who builds 2 anti-airs? Not me. I do it all the time. Oh god. You know, I remember back to one of my previous games where it was an Olaf versus Eagle. At one point, I just started spamming anti-airs. I probably had like 9 anti-airs on the field at one point, and I was just like, yeah, I'm going to get it done. It's going to be good. Brutal. Anyways, so we do have a Kindle Co-Power doing 3 damage globally to everything on a city. So you can see damage taken here. We got damage here, 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 and here. And that is all the damage. So this turn's not going to be great for me. It's going to be good for him. And we can see that now he's sitting at 25, and I'm sitting at 23. So that's not good. And he's like taking out my tanks, and I'm like not a huge fan of that right now. Yeah. Yeah, it's taking massive damage right now, which is not super good. Not super good at all. Okay, so now my plan is, okay, I'm like, all right, so I'm like pretty far behind, right? But I'm thinking to myself, all right, I got Winter Fury. I pop the Winter Fury. Boom, I take him all the way down to like blah, 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 that number. 112,900, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm from Canada, right? So I know all about the snow. So fighting in snow is like my home turf. So here we go. So instead of like retreating like some sort of an intelligent coward, I decide to just continuously push forward. Because I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not going to run away from Tordread. I'm just going to fight him head on. Because if he's sending his entire army into me, well, then I'm going to send my entire army into him. Because that's the only thing that you can do. It's like the most important thing. So, he's got to deal with snow right now. And as you can see, like, he's got so many injured units. Like, so many injured units. I'm like, okay. No, this is fine. Now, unfortunately, the tank was in position to hit my tank, which is, like, kind of sad. Because that would have been great if I could have flipped that property. That would have been really good at that moment. But sadly, it didn't happen. And Tordread, once again, he's not afraid either, because he's just pushing his units up even more. He's like, you know, I was planning on taking the Winter Fury. It's nothing new, nothing I haven't seen before. He's probably been hit by, like, at least, like, 50 Winter Furies in his career as an Advanced Wars by Web player. Probably more. I mean, it's like, okay, when you're such a good player, you know how to play around things like that. Like, global damage doesn't really affect you as much. But it is my turn now. So, we're going to see. Because I'm just going to keep pushing up. Now, one of the things that I was thinking when I was dealing with this current situation that I'm in was, okay, so he's got anti-air. But, if I can kill the anti-air, then he's got no anti-air. Then he's going to be forced to buy more anti-air. But, in the meantime, I can just start spamming more battlecopters at him, and hopefully just do a bunch of damage. And we can see that my mechs are almost about to do something. They're getting there. They're getting there. Oh, I moved this tank all the way over here to take this shot. Not really too certain why I did that. I think I just had nothing else really to hit, and I mean, like, my funds are getting continuously sapped all the time. So putting it on like a city right now would not really be a good idea, because it's just going to be a one more thing that you're going to have to pay for the next turn. So I figured, like, okay, it's a 3 HP tank. Let's just send it and just see what happens. That's pretty much it. So I just set up a huge line with all my units. Just take like the War of 1812 shots over here, just line by line, and just hope for the best. And I build another mech, because I mean, 3, 4, 5 mechs isn't enough. You gotta have more mechs. Like, eventually they're gonna get to the front line and do something. But yeah, don't comment mech in the comments, because gonna get triggered. I'm just kidding. I don't care. Like I said, some people don't like mechs. I like mechs. I think mechs are pretty effective sometimes. So, you know, whatever. It's okay. We all learn and grow together. But not all those Orange Star units that just died. They're done learning. That's the end of their education. Too bad. Too bad, so sad. They're gone. Alright, so day 15, right? And most players, you know, they would look at this situation, see that they're like 24 to 37. They would probably be like, yeah, I think that's probably a good time to resign right about it. But not old Mr. C, because Mr. Cannon is stubborn and will probably just keep on going until he has absolutely no chance. Actually, that's not true. In more recent League matches, I have actually been resigning early when I notice that it's kind of like a little not gonna work. Mostly just for mental health purposes, you know? I just can't do it. It's too stressful. But anyways, so I don't let any of that bother me, right? I'm like, okay, you know what? You just like sent like everything into me, but I'm like, no, I don't care. I'm just gonna like keep fighting. I'm just gonna continuously send all my units down there and just like take you out. Because the more you send in there to die, the more likely I am to get another Winter Fury. As you can see, it's coming. It's pretty close. It's pretty close. All right, so day 16. Most players would be dead by now. Not old Mr. C. He's still here. Okay, so as we can see, Tordread just ripped apart my line over here once again. Which is, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I can still win this. I'm doing good. I'm not really that far behind in, like, the grand scheme of things. So, I'm pretty sure I was checking the KD around this time. And I noticed that I was really only, like, 5 or 6 units behind in the KD. But the one thing that I was noticing about Tordread's army as this was going on was that he had a lot of injured units. Like, he had a lot of units that were sitting at, like, 2, 1, 2. Like, they were, like, pretty... Like, they were, like, 1 foot in the grave. So I was like, okay. So if I can just get, like, a good turn here. And, like, just rip through his army. Like, kill off all those injured units and just, like, re-secure my front line and be, you know, looking pretty good. Then I got nothing to worry about. And as you can see there, I took out a tank. Legendary Tordread tank. Down. Nothing is gonna happen now. Now, I take all these engagements because I really want to get that Winter Fury. If I get the Winter Fury, everybody, it's gonna be okay. Which is great. No, I got it. It's perfect. It is looking good. Now, as you can see here, too, right? That takes him down to, like, 87,000. So... like, it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Now, I can't figure out what to do with these mechs either, because, like, they're sitting here, and they like, I want to capture this property, but, like, they're not close enough, and I just, like, I really want them to be, like, a surprise. Like, a great surprise. Yeah, but he just, like, he's not sending anything up there. Which is kind of sad. Does pop another Urban Blight. And, like, look at all these injured units. They're so close. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's, like, 9 units that are, like, 1 tap right now. And, like, I just can't hit them. I can't hit them. It's so far. It's so far into the lines. So far. And then he just sets up, like, this amazing 1 HP, like, wall of nope. And I got really sad at that when I saw that. So he's building units, you know, we got more tanks, more direct combat units, more anti-air, more infantry. It's, like, very standard stuff. We're dealing with 25,000 funds per turn, so you really want to spread those funds out as much as you can. As you can see here, it's, like, 9, 10, 16... 17. So maybe that wasn't spending all the funds. Maybe it was. I can't remember how many funds he had last turn. But, you know, we got 17, so it's pretty good. All right, see another anti-air, and I'm like, nope. See ya. Just send that guy to the Shadow Realm. No problem whatsoever. Take out the injured artillery unit. Yeah, that's the one. Injured artillery unit down. As you can see, Tordread is now attempting to capture one of my cities again, and I'm just absolutely livid at that. I'm like, no, why? Just stop. Stop attacking. Just give me a second to kill all your small units, right? And just let me do this. I really want to win. But no, I mean, Tordread wants to win too, right? So he's going to do everything in his power to, like, stop me from winning. But as you can see, yeah, no, he's just continuously pushing up. Joins 2 tanks together, too, to make a nice, big, juicy, full, almost full 9 HP tank. So now that's on the front line, looking pretty juicy and devastating. But one interesting thing that you can see about this map, too, is the fact that Tordread has been building battlecopters, like, almost every single turn, but he hasn't sent any battlecopters up into this area, right? He's been sending all of them over to my strong front to make me continuously have to buy units over there. Meanwhile, I'm unable to actually touch anything over here, which is super annoying. And he's just sending his little tiny weakened units up there to just check things out. Just scope them out. Be little scouties. Now, as you can see, my mechs are finally doing some stuff. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Now, I will give you a second to guess whether or not I build another mech this turn. The answer is yes. I almost had you, but you knew I was gonna do it. Now, to be completely honest, now I'm probably going a little bit overboard on the mechs, but like, I don't know. It's, like, I'm lower in funds. Mechs can go over this mountain really, really quick, and he's just got so much stuff here, and I'm just not having a good time. Not having a good time on this one. And another Urban Blight comes up. Day 19, folks. So, day 19, and I'm still not dead to Tordread yet. But he is getting closer and closer. Interrupting my cap over here, which is mega annoying. But getting closer and closer every single day. Closer and closer. But I'm not going to let that stop me. You know what? He built a mech of his own, too. So, very nice. See, I'm not the only one that builds mechs, okay? Tordread's got 2 mechs on the field. And if he builds mechs, well, now you know mechs are good. Alright, so, continue capping over here. It's only got 3 left. I might get it. You never know. Yeah, I'm hoping I get it. That would be really nice because, like I said, I need to flip a property. Because, ow. Okay, let's just rewind. Be kind, rewind here. And, yeah, ow. So I did get popped pretty bad. No, my mechs. My mechs. Why is he doing this to all my mechs? Now he's starting to cap one of my properties. It's like just so bad. It's like maybe I should have actually retreated and like refortified myself. But you know what? No. Because if he's gonna attack me, I'm gonna attack him. It's just like it's gonna happen. I've had enough. I've had enough of this meta stuff, okay? You just go in and you just get her done. But unfortunately, I'm not really getting her done very good right here. Because, yeah, as we can see, not doing too well. And the funny thing is like, just before this, I thought I was doing pretty okay. Like, things were looking okay for Mr. C over here. But slowly but surely, things start to crumble. Day by day. And I made the mistake here of actually repairing this instead of dropping off my my mech. I forgot that you can't drop off your mech after you repair, which is unfortunate. So I did sacrifice my 2 mechs here to do a little bit of damage, because they weren't really going to do anything, and it does allow me to get that Winter Fury. So, in all reality, the Winter Fury is really what I wanted. Now, you might be wondering why I actually went in and did that, but as you can see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, it can't actually hit the battlecopter right now. Super sad. But it can hit that. Ah, what a glorious day. So I go in, take another shot here. As you can see, I'm kind of desperate. Kind of a little bit desperate. I'm finally moving these mechs out because, like, I'm like, okay, no, nothing is coming. He does pop another Urban Blight, which is once again super annoying. Oh god, it's like I just want the Urban Blights to stop so I can get some money. Where's my money? But anyways, so Tordread pushed like really far in here, right? So yeah, he's pretty far in there. He doesn't really have like too much reinforcement at the time, and I have like 3 bases right here. So it is potential. There is potential that I could actually fight off this little invasion force. However, it does look like he's starting to gain some traction over here on the west-hand side, whereas I am not gaining as much traction on the west-hand side. Now, I did see that, you know, he's got some stuff. So I was thinking to myself, like, okay, like, he sent his entire army over there. Like, he can't have anything on the western front. It's, like, impossible. No, it's not impossible, Mr. Cannon. Semi-original guy. You should have known that Tordread has units everywhere. I'm pretty sure that the moderators just let him build units out of, like, laboratories for no cost. And they just keep coming. Alright, but anyways, so I did actually manage to hit him pretty hard over on that front. But the problem is I pushed in over here, right? I went up and attacked, and, like, honestly, I just should not have done that. I don't think that was a very good idea, because I'm fighting Tordread. And it's probably not going to be a good time. No, in all reality, that was not worth it. I should have just kept these units back, let Tordread push into me, and then just deliver sweet karmic justice to all the units that are trying to attack me. That's what I should have done. But you can see here, Tordread was like, oh, look, it's a whole bunch of units that I can just flip and destroy. So that was unfortunate. And actually pulls back over here. So very nice. Pulls back. Realizes that he can't really push up there anymore. So yeah, I was like, okay, that's like pretty good, I guess. Lost my tank to a 1 HP infantry counter attack. Just please pretend like you did not see that. You didn't see it, folks. It didn't happen. I swear, it did not happen. Okay, so refortifying my line, sending a battlecopter over here because I realized that, okay, he like got a whole bunch of stuff over there and like things are not looking good. He's flipping going in, folks. Going in. Not my mech. He just keeps attacking my mechs and it's just no good. Alright, but we can see I do have 2 juicy anti-air units just waiting for a moment to strike. And the moment is now. But as you can also see, Tordread has built a little special surprise in the form of a Neo-Tank. Now that's dangerous. Alright? Neo-Tanks, you know, they're pretty powerful stuff. Very powerful stuff indeed. You don't really want to be dealing with a Neo-Tank very much. Now, let's see what this Neo-Tank actually does, because now he's trying to capture my comm tower, which would actually put him pretty far ahead in the yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The firepower game. That'll give all his units plus 120 on the firepower and 160 when sitting on something like a city right here. Okay, interesting. Oh my god. Okay, I got like so lucky here, right? This is like the luckiest thing I've ever seen in my life. So he puts this Neo-Tank here, but he didn't have vision, so he wasn't able to attack anything. So, I mean, that's kind of cool. I counted that as a win, personally. I mean, in all reality, I think Tordread just might be, like, messing with me in this game. Like, he probably could have beat me on, like, day, like, 12. But he's just like, you know what? I like that Mr. Cannon, a.k.a. semi-original guy. You know, I'm going to fight him. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. He probably doesn't like me. It's fine. It's okay. I'll forgive him. Either way. Okay, so he's pushing in over here. I pop another Winter Fury, getting the global damage out. Lots and lots of damage. And we can see, like, okay, this is, like, the greatest scenario that I could possibly ask for right now. Because, look, I'm ahead a little bit, sort of. Now, I did actually go sacrifice my mech, okay? See this? Hero. Boom. Now, I did that to do 1 damage. I was hoping for 2, but it did 1, so I was like, okay, that's like less than good, but not terrible. And I was really hoping that okay, this is not fair, because I'm pretty sure that anti-air roll was actually, like, not terrible. Like, I'm pretty sure it said it could go up to, like, 12, right? And I was like, come on. It's got to do more than that. But at the end of the day, I really needed to get that Neo-Tank off of the field. But we do have Tordread down to like 68,000 right now. So I'm thinking, it's like, okay, am I doing okay now? Like, is this winnable? I mean, I don't know that he's at 68,000, but I did hit him a bunch. And when I saw the Neo-Tank and I took out the Neo-Tank, I was like, okay, this is like not going too bad. Like, okay, like, is this possible? Like, is this gonna happen? But the thing is, something happened the last turn that some of you might have missed, because I tend to click really fast, because sometimes I just do that. But yeah, now you can see it is Tordread has built a battleship. He's built a battleship. And I have no counter to a battleship. I could potentially go up with battlecopters and, like, attack it. But I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be enough. So I think they're only going to do, like, 1 damage. And, like, all he's got to do, really, is just build a couple anti-air and send them up. And meanwhile, the rest of my ground units are kind of like SOL. So yeah, I don't know. Like, I saw the battleship. Just one-shots. See ya. One-shot the tank. I saw the battleship. And at this point, I was like, well, this isn't good. This isn't good at all. Because I was hoping that he wasn't going to have anything there. Because my plan was I was hopefully just going to, like, start sending units over to the HQ. Right? But now this battleship is here. And as you can see here, it completely covers the HQ. Which is mega annoying. I'm super not a fan. of that concept. Now, to be fair, there's nothing wrong with that concept. It's a great concept. I just don't like it because it doesn't favor me at the moment. That's really the only reason I don't like it. Now, I do push in a little bit, realize it was a mistake, see a tank, and I'm like, okay. Mr. C, you have definitely not done something very good here. So I just shift all my units over here into closer to the center, because I'm just going to like, okay, well, if I can't take out a battleship, I might as well send all my air units over here and hopefully take out this area. And, ow. So yeah, that battleship is being mega annoying right now. And Tordread has just pretty much crippled my weak front over there, which is very uncool. So, I'm just going to skip ahead here because it's pretty much, that was just a shift turn. All I did was shift. He pops an Urban Blight. And starts shifting over to the center, because I believe that he might have noticed that I shifted, so he shifted over to the center, and then I also kind of like shift over, and like I moved my battlecopter in here, as you can see. Sorry for the spoiler, but I moved my battlecopter in here, and I saw like some units, and I don't really know what I was thinking. I was probably thinking, like, this is not good. Yeah, okay, so after this, I saw this here, and I saw this here, and I knew that his entire clump of units was, like, here. But I didn't know that all of them were there, so I popped the Blizzard. Because. Alright, so I see all this, so I'm thinking, like, okay, well, if I pop the Blizzard, maybe it'll interrupt his plans. And then he's not going to be able to, like, counter this attack that I do. So I go in, take out another tank, and that's the reasoning behind the Blizzard, at least. So, yeah. That's all I got for you, folks. That's the only reason. I was like, okay, is it going to be enough? I don't know. Excuse me. Oh, and he just has so many anti... See, just when you thought that one anti-air was enough, the real professionals of Advanced Wars by Web build multiple anti-airs. We're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 anti-airs. That is the meta. You have to have 6 anti-airs on the field at all times, otherwise you're going to lose. And that's just the bottom line, because Mr. Cannon said so. But yeah, like, I don't know. It's not a very good attack. I'm trying my best, folks, okay? Like, I'm trying to think on the fly. It's like, I don't really know what to do against that. I wasn't expecting his entire army to be there. And I was thinking, like, okay, well, like, there's no point of just, like, sending in, like, one unit. Like, you might as well, like, if you're gonna attack, you gotta attack, right? Trying to show some kind of force and numbers. But unfortunately, I believe that that was the move that really kind of crippled me a lot here. Yeah. But I'm trying to hold on first, right? But, I mean, like, I don't know. It's pretty much over it. Spoiler alert, I don't think that I can actually win this one anymore. There was a potential for victory, a little while ago when I had him like really, really down. But unfortunately, that ship has sailed. So I'm just gonna like skip ahead. Cause like, okay. Okay. So I skip ahead. I am building tanks. So my plan is I'm gonna try to just funnel all the tanks into the HQ and defend it. He moves in, causes a massive death ball here, captures a comm tower. I move in, attempt to attack this area, do some damage, but he manages to just like not give a flying hoot and just like pushes in and just like decimates my units. I managed to pop a Winter Fury here, doing lots of damage, but sadly not enough damage. I'm really just desperately trying to hold on at this point. And he just continuously pushes in, joins his unit so he has a fresh flipping infantry. And Bomb, 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 sevens. And I build a carrier out of respect. See, most people would build a pipe runner when they know they're gonna lose. Me, carrier. Actually, the plan was I was trying to save up money to buy a battleship at the end to like pop this guy, but like I don't know, it wasn't gonna work. So carrier. That's the way she goes. But I did end up resigning. Unfortunately, day 36. The day limit for this one was 40. So I only had to last 4 more days to bring it to a day limit. But I couldn't do it, unfortunately. So I did try my best, but unfortunately, Tordread is a very good player. One of the best, you know, top 5 fog player, right? I think he was actually like, did he get, I think he might have actually been #1 at one point. Like, I think he actually took that #1 spot. I don't know, can't remember. Pretty sure he did. Either way, amazing player. Brilliant strategist, and you know, a pretty nice guy. I did send him a couple messages during this match and was like, damn, you're really good. Or something like that. So congratulations to Tordread. Unfortunately, I believe Tordread and myself are actually both eliminated from this tournament, because I believe Tordread actually timed out of a couple matches. So congratulations to the 2 winners of the bracket. Hopefully you guys go far in the tournament, and I wish you the best of luck. Put your names up there. And, you know, that was about it. So that was a lot of fun to actually go over the replay here. And, you know, it was kind of fun just to see, you know, what a real professional player here does against my unorthodox noob strategies here. So, you know, it was fun. So thank you very much for the match, Tordread. Much appreciated. Hopefully you have a fantastic, you know, climb to the top. So wish you the best of luck. And if anybody else has any replays that they would like me to go over, please go ahead and send me a link on Advanced Wars by Web. My name is Mr. Cannon on Advanced Wars by Web. As you can see there at the top, Mr. Cannon. That is my name. So send them to me, and I'll take a look, and you might be featured on the channel in the future. And make sure to join Advanced Wars by Web today, because actually we are having a brand new on-site tournament for Fog of War, which you can actually sign up for today and play against people around the world in a competitive tournament setting, which is amazing. Global League is one thing. Amazing. Super fun to play Global League, but tournaments are a different setting, a different scenario. People have different mindsets going into tournaments. They play harder, they try harder. It is a great time. And you get to play people that you normally would never play. So it's fantastic. But in the meantime, make sure to join the Advanced Wars by Web Discord. I'm going to leave my own personal Discord in the comments below also. So check that out if you want to join, say hi, whatever. All good stuff. Until next time, folks, it's Semi-Original Guy, aka Mr. Cannon. Hope you all have a fantastic day. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye for now.